Good morning everyone. Today's our topic is very important because it can be of 4 marks in your exam. The question is that the universal law of gravitation. State the universal law of gravitation and derive its equation. Then you have to derive the equation of gravitational force with the help of statement of universal law of gravitation. Then what is the universal law of gravitation? Right? So the universal law of gravitation. Now, what is the law? Law is very simple, that every object in the universe attract other object with some force. That in universe every object attract the other object with some force. Means I am also attracting all of you when you are in a classroom. Not only that, each and every student also attract the other one who are present at there. Not only the living creatures, the things, right? Like a fan, window, blackboard, whiteboard, or a marker, chalk, everything attract the other object which is present nearer to it. But this attraction force is very less as compared to our mass is very less, right? Because every object in the universe attracts the other object with some force, right? So every object attracts the other object. The main thing is that why we do not push or pull towards the other one, because this force is, and this force with some force. This force is directly proportional to product of masses of it. This force is directly proportional to the product of masses of it. Means if the mass is higher, then you can say that this force is higher. As our mass is very less, just because of that, this force is less between us. Understand? So this force is directly proportional to the product of masses of it, and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. It also depends on the distance of both the object. If the distance is higher, the force is less. If the distance is less, the force is higher. Both are inversely proportional to each other. But not only inversely proportional to the distance. It is inversely proportional to the square of a distance between them. This force is along the line joining the center of an object. And this force is along the center of an object. Like if we think that, now here it is the law of gravitation, right? Means it is a statement of the universal law of gravitation that every object in the universe attract the other object with some force which is directly proportional to the product of masses of it and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. This force is along the line joining the two centers of an object. Now we have to derive this equation, the force, a gravitational force. For that, we are just assuming that there is two objects A and B with the masses of m1 and m2. if two objects A and B having masses m1 and m2 respectively, right? There are two objects A and B which has a mass m1 and m2. Distance between both of them, distance between them is B. So the distance between both of them is B. We are just taking the distance as a B. Now, according to the universal law of gravitation, both objects attract each other, right? So according to law of gravitation, they attract each other, right? वो दोनों एक दूसरे की तरफ खींचते हैं। चलो तो वो ऑब्जेक्ट वन से, तो समझो कि ये एक ऑब्जेक्ट है which is A, and here it is the second object which is B. The mass of A is m1, mass of B is m2, and the distance between both of them is B. Now you have to just understand that the distance is from center of the object, right? If here it is the center, then you have to take the center of that object, right? Now, the force is along the line joining the two centers. Means you have to take the joining line of two centers, and the force is exactly on this line. Force is a vector quantity, so there should be a direction, right? So according to it, the force is along the line joining the center of an object. So here it is the centers, and you have to just join the line. Then force is on A. So 1 B attracts A, means it is a FBA, which is B attracts A. While at here FAB, which is A attract B, right? At here the force is occurs by the B on A. Sorry, here it is B and here it is AB. AB, here it is B, A. So now there is a gravitational force and they attract each other. According to figure, they exert FAB and FBA, where the FAB is force of B on A. So the FBA means it is towards the B because it attracted, and FBA is force of A on B, right? इसमें A force लगाता है B पर, इसलिए FBA on this, right? And according to third law, if as you know that these two forces are same, right, in a magnitude, so according to third law of motion, FAB is equal to minus FBA, but if we take it as a F, as a magnitude, we are just taking the magnitude. So FAB is equal to minus FBA, which is F, because the gravitational force is same, right? So now the F is proportional to M1, M2, according to law of gravitation. According to law of gravitation, ग्रेविटेशन लॉ के हिसाब से F ये m1 और m2 के प्रोडक्ट के डायरेक्ट प्रोपोर्शन में है। देखो, this force is directly proportional to the product of masses of it. So it is F proportional to M1 and M2. Not only that, the F proportional to 1 upon B square, which is inversely proportional to the square of distance between both of them. So we can say that the F proportional to M1, M2 by B square. If I remove this proportionality, then there should be a one constant, which is G M1 M2 by B square, where the G is universal constant. Universal constant. The value of G is 6.673 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square kg raised to minus. So here it is our whole derivation of universal law of gravitation, where the gravitational force equation is F is equal to G M1 M2 by D square, and we have to remember the value of G, which is 6.673 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square kg raised to minus 2. Here it is the unit of universal gravitational constant. Understand? So at here I am just repeating again. Every object in the universe attracts the other object with some force, which is directly proportional to the product of masses and inversely proportional to the square of distance between both of them. And this force is along the line joining the two centers of an object. If we think that there is a two objects A and B of mass M1 and M2, and both are at d distance from each other. As you know that according to law of gravitation, every object attracts. So A attracts B and the B attracts A. And if these forces are FAB and FBA, then the FAB is force of B on A and the FBA is the force of A on B. According to the third law, both the forces are same but in opposite direction. So FAB is equal to minus FBA. If we take it as a F, then according to the law of gravitation, F is proportional to M1 and M2. Because at here, this force is directly proportional to the product of masses, so M1 and M2. Not only that, according to the second line, it is inversely proportional to the square of distance. The distance is d, so the F is proportional to 1 upon d square. If we combine both the equations, then we get F is proportional to M1 M2, which is directly proportional, and d square, which is inversely proportional. If we remove the proportionality, then we get is equal to mg. If you put it, then the g is the constant. It is your universal constant, universal gravitational constant. The value of the g is 6.673 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square kg raised to minus 2. So here is your one of the important topic of your exam. So you have to watch this video for 2 to 3 times, and you have to remember this whole universal law of gravitation. It is the most IMP topic. So please watch it for 2 to 3 times. Thank you.